Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again with another review. And today, I have the SetPower 12L portable fridge and freezer. Now, we're heading into the summer months here in the Northeast, and this is the time of year where a lot of us start thinking about sneaking away for a weekend of camping, or maybe we're planning that long road trip across the country with the family to see the sights, or maybe you're into the van life. Well, this product allows you to take along your soda, your beer, your wine, your sandwiches, your hot dogs, your hamburgers, and keep them nice and cool, or even frozen if you want to bring ice cream along, by simply plugging this into your carport. You can even use it with a portable power station. Now, SetPower is a company that's been building a lot of portable devices like this, cooling devices. They make portable fans that are battery powered. I'm going to be reviewing one of those on the channel next week, but they think a lot about what folks like me that spend a lot of time in the outdoors need when I'm out there. They want to build something that's incredibly efficient, as small as possible, but gets the job done by drinking the least amount of electricity to keep your food cool. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can cool down food, and I'll get into that a little bit more when I start talking about the overview. But the way I'd like to organize this clip is to start with an unboxing, just to show you everything that's included with the product so you understand exactly what you get if you purchase the product. And then I'll spend a few minutes giving you an overview of the product, explaining some of the special features that are built in, the size, other things you'll want to know about it. I'll take a closer look at the unit and explain all the buttons and connectors so you understand exactly how to use it. And then I'll come back at the end and I'll point out 4 or 5 things that really separate the 12L from a lot of other coolers and freezers on the market, because there are a lot of companies that make a product like this, but you really have to understand how technology can cool down food to really appreciate why this product is different. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you open up the box, you'll find the 12L. It's a beautiful unit. You'll also find a bunch of charging options. The most common one you're going to use is a 12-volt DC cord. So you'll plug this into the side of the unit, you'll plug this into your carport, and that'll operate the unit. Now, the nice thing about the unit is it drinks very little electricity. So you can plug it into your car. At full operation, even on max, it only draws 55 watts. So it's not drawing a lot of current, which is really nice because it's efficient. It will also keep the food cool for a long time and turns on and turns off as needed to maintain the temperature you set on the top. You also have the option to use it when you have AC available by using this converter. So this converter has a standard plug here that you can plug into any standard wall outlet. The other end has a connector on it which plugs into this port on the end, and then basically turns it into a female DC connector, which you plug this into, and then plug this into your unit. So having both of these with you means that you can absolutely use it in the car. You can use it at a camping site if you've got AC voltage there. You can use it at home if you want to keep things cool before you head out for the trip. But in general, you get everything you need to use this product in the car and at home. Also included is a full instruction manual that explains everything I've shown you already, as well as how to use this digital display on top with the soft touch controls to sort of adjust the temperature inside the unit. Now, before we get too deep into the technology that makes this product pretty cool, no pun intended, I wanted to talk a little bit about the size, because a lot of people wonder, well, look, I can't really get a feel for the size. How heavy is it? How big is it? All right, so weight-wise, it's about 19 pounds, which sounds heavy, but it's a compressor. And again, before I talked about the different ways that companies can cool down food and other items, a compressor is absolutely the best way to do it. Compressors in general tend to be a little bit heavier. So if you've got a unit or you're considering a unit that's really light, it's probably thermal electric cooling, which is not nearly as efficient. It certainly won't freeze things, but it's hard to keep things cool with thermal electric. A compressor is the exact same thing that's in your refrigerator at home that allows you to cool down things and freeze things in your refrigerator. So the compressor is fairly heavy, and that's why it's 19 pounds, but completely portable. And there are 2 handles on either side that you can use to pick this unit up. So it's totally portable. You can slide it in the back of your car. You can throw it in your camper. You can throw it in your boat and plug it in. You're good to go. Now, as far as dimensions go, the outside dimensions of the unit are 12.6 inches wide, 22.4 inches long, and 9.3 inches high. So it's a small compact unit, but what you really care about is the interior compartment, because that's where you're going to put your food. And the interior compartment dimensions are 9.7 inches wide, 13.8 long, and 5.9 high. So there's plenty of room inside there to fit all your gear, and you can put sandwiches in there, soda in there, wine bottles will fit in there. If you're bringing cold cuts along, hot dogs, hamburgers, ice cream, whatever you want to bring, you can put in there. And just to give you a rough idea of what will fit in there, that compartment will hold 17 cans of soda or beer, standard cans. It'll hold 10 water bottles, the standard water bottle size, and you can actually fit 6 bottles of wine in there. And I like that a lot because I do like my wine, and having a wine bottle chilled to about 50 degrees is pretty cool. The unit will do both a refrigerator function and a freezer function. Now the refrigerator function is nice to keep, like I mentioned, your soda, your beer, your wine cool. The freezer function is really nice because if you're bringing hamburgers and hot dogs along or cold cuts along or even sandwiches, you may want to freeze that, right? You want to keep it as cold as possible so the meat is ready to go when you open up the freezer later on. So you can adjust the temperature on here from 50 degrees Fahrenheit all the way down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can absolutely bring ice cream along. And I know you may be thinking at this point, well, this seems really complicated. Can't I just buy a styrofoam cooler, throw a bunch of ice in there and keep things cool that way? They work okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a standard cooler, but then you have to deal with buying the ice and buying more ice when that ice melts, and then dealing with the water in the bottom of the cooler and the sandwiches get all soggy. So it's a bit of a headache going that route. With this one, everything is kept in that internal compartment, and it's going to keep it nice and cool for a long time. You take the stuff out, it's not soggy, it's not wet, it's just cold, which is exactly what it's designed to do. All right, a couple of other cool features that SetPower have built into this unit. There are 2 modes that you can put it in. Economy mode, which means it's going to draw very little current just to keep things at the temperature you've set on the unit. And then there's a max mode. If you put it in max mode, that'll draw a lot more current to get it cool really quickly. So if you're heading out on a trip and you need to get it cold before you put your food items inside of it, put it in max mode. That'll draw a little more current, but it'll bring it down really, really quickly, especially if you're going to freeze something. So you can choose those 2 modes from on top. It also has protections built in, because the one thing a lot of them lack is if you put this in your car and you plug it into your cigarette lighter, it's going to draw current to keep things cool. And if you forget about it and you go off and you're fishing or you're out hunting or hiking or whatever, and you come back, it doesn't know that you're draining the battery to the point where you can't start your car. Most of the other ones will just keep drinking electrons, and it really doesn't care if the car starts at that point as long as it keeps the food cold. This one is smart enough to know, wait a minute, if I keep drinking electrons from the car battery, he may or she may not be able to start that car. So you can build in cutoffs in here that says, if the battery voltage or current drops below this level, stop drawing current. I'd rather have a little bit warmer food and be able to start my car when I came back from that hike. So you can set those parameters inside there as well. I love the fact that it's got a digital display on the top. A couple other cool features, the compressors on this side, you can see a fan on the front and on the back. The compressor will come on to actually cool things down just like it does in your home. And a lot of people want to know, well, how loud is it? Because when I hear compressor, I think, oh man, it's like a jackhammer out in the street. Well, the truth is they've made an extremely efficient version of a compressor for this unit. And because of that, this product only produces about 45 dBs worth of sound when it's operating. And to put that in perspective, your refrigerator in the kitchen, if it's considered ultra quiet, is about 60 dBs of noise. So this is a lot quieter than the refrigerator at home. And in the grand scheme of things, 45 dBs fall somewhere between a quiet library where you hear murmuring in the background and gentle rainfall. And I think I could easily sleep next to both of those things in my tent. And again, the compressor only turns on when it needs to cool things down, then shuts off again. Plenty of ventilation on the side. Like I'd mentioned, the handles are great. You can pick it up really easily. They fold into the side so they're not sticking out. Some of the other ones that I've used have handles that are permanently attached and they're sticking out on either side. You throw it in the car, it's going to bang into something. They may get cracked off. These fold in nice and flush. I like that a lot. The top is magnetically locked, so when you close it, it actually locks through magnetics on the front. It's got a really nice seal on the inside here as well. So what you'll find is, even if you turn this off, if I unplug it from the car and I've got it down to a certain temperature, I can go 4 or 5 or 6 hours in some cases and still have cold food and drinks inside the unit. So it's not like I have to constantly keep it plugged in to maintain that temperature. Obviously, longer periods of time, you have to, plug it back in so the compressor can come on, but it's really decent as far as its thermal insulation as well. And I've used it for the last couple of weeks, and I'll tell you, I take it with me everywhere. It's in the back of my car when I'm out flying my drones or we're heading out for a hike. Coming back to the car and having a nice cold bottle of water is a really nice thing. So next I'll take a closer look at the unit. I want to spend a few minutes and explain the connections and all the rest of the things that you'll need to use on the unit to cool down your food. I also want to talk a little bit about the display, and then I'll come back at the end and I'll point out 4 or 5 things that really separate this from a lot of the other portable coolers and freezers that are on the market today. Inside the package, you'll find the SetPower FC12L portable fridge and freezer. You'll also find a full instruction manual that explains everything you'll need to know about operating the unit. There are 2 cables involved. One is for use in your car. The one end has a standard connector on it which plugs into any 12-volt outlet. The other end has a custom connector on it which plugs into the side of the unit and provides power to operate the product. There's also an AC adapter included that you can use when you're home. It comes with a cable that has a connector on one end that can plug into any standard wall outlet. The other end has a customized connector which plugs into the power brick right there. The power brick converts the 120 volt, 60 hertz power from your home into a standard 12 volt connection here, and to use it, you'll plug this into the wall, and you'll plug that into the connector into here, plug that into the unit. So this essentially creates 12 volts DC to operate the unit at home. On the front of the unit, you'll find ventilation that's intended to keep the compressor at a very comfortable temperature during operation. On the right-hand side of the unit, you'll find additional ventilation that's designed to keep the electronics and the compressor at a comfortable temperature during operation. You'll also find the main power port that's used with the included cabling kits to provide power to the unit. There's an additional 15 amp fuse right here. In case issues arise with the compressor or the internal electronics and blow that fuse, you can easily swap that out. You'll also find one of the two handles that are collapsible, and they're recessed in the side of the unit, and these make it really easy to transport the device. On the rear of the unit is additional ventilation that again is designed to keep the airflow through the unit consistent and keep everything at a nice comfortable temperature inside. On the top of the unit, you'll find a digital display and soft touch controls around the outside that allow you to make whatever changes you'd like to the current settings for the product. Right now I'm in standby mode because nothing's displayed, and there are two things you can change while in standby mode. The first allows you to flip back and forth between Fahrenheit and Celsius for the display, and to do that you'll hold down the gear icon for 3 seconds and you'll see the current setting. Right now I'm set up for Fahrenheit. To change it to Celsius, I'll tap that once and I'm in Celsius mode. Tap it again for Fahrenheit. Whatever you leave it at when it times out is what's locked in for that setting. The other thing you can change is the battery protection level, which is really important because it governs how much power the unit will pull from your battery. And you want to make sure you set that correctly, because if you take a long hike and you've had this plugged in the whole time, it may actually draw too much power from your battery and prevent you from starting your car when you return. And the way you check that is push down on both the plus and the minus at the same time for 3 seconds, and it'll display the current setting. Right now it's 3 bars, which is the highest setting. Tap the minus sign to go to 2 bars, the middle setting. Tap it again to go to 1 bar, which is the lowest setting. I like to leave it on the highest setting. And again, whatever you leave it at when it times out is what's locked in there. And all of these are explained in the manual at what those voltage and current levels are. Now to turn the unit on, you'll hold down the power button for 3 seconds. The unit will come to life and it'll display the current setting for the chamber inside. So right now it's at 68 degrees. You'll also notice it's in max mode. To change max mode to eco mode, you'll tap the gear icon. Now I'm in economy mode, and I'll tap it again to go to max mode. Now I can also set the interior temperature that I'd like for the refrigerator, and to do that I'll tap the minus or the plus. So I'll take it down to 16 degrees. Now I'm at 68 degrees currently, so you've heard the compressor come on. It's going to take a little bit of time to actually get it down to the 15 degrees where I can put my food in there and head out on my trip. What's nice though is you can watch the display, and these numbers will go down as it starts approaching that 15 degrees, and eventually it'll hit the 15 degrees and the display will go off, and you know you've got the current temperature set. And again, you can hear the compressor on right now because I'm in max mode. In max mode, it's going to do its best to get there quickly, so it draws a little bit more current. If I went to eco mode, it's going to take longer to reach that temperature, but it's much more conservative on the power that it uses to get to that temperature. Now here are some really important things to keep in mind when you're comparing the SetPower 12L portable fridge and freezer with other products you may be considering. The first thing, and probably most important thing, is the way the technology actually cools down your food, because you really only have 2 choices here. You can use a compressor like this product does, which is incredibly efficient. It's also the exact same way that the refrigerator in your kitchen is currently cooling down your food, so you know it works well. The other way is to use a thermoelectric system, which is way less efficient. It draws more current to do the same amount of work, and it's also not really good when there's a big difference between the interior temperature of the refrigerator and the exterior temperature of the room. So a thermoelectric system is probably okay in a dorm room or a kitchen where the interior of your house is not that warm, but it doesn't do real well when you take it out in the real world if you're camping or in your car or in the back of your RV, whereas a compressor doesn't really care how warm it gets outside. It's going to work and keep the interior chamber cool enough based on what you set on the top. So the differences again are compressor, this unit, thermoelectric. The compressor tends to be a little bit heavier because you've got the compressor inside, but it's much more efficient. It's only going to turn on when it needs to cool down the chamber, and then it's going to turn off. So it's only drawing on average about 55 watts, whereas a lot of the thermoelectric ones may draw 2 or 3 times that amount of power out of whatever you're plugging it into. Another key difference is the intelligence built inside the unit. This unit has a pinpoint adjustment for the temperature inside the chamber to keep all of your food either cool or frozen, and you can make that adjustment on the fly. It also has two modes. It's got an eco and a max mode. So in the eco mode, maybe you're in your car and things are not that hot inside the car, put it in eco mode. It's going to draw less current. It's still going to maintain the temperature. But if you need to get it cool quickly, put it in max mode when you first plug it in. That'll immediately lower the temperature inside the chamber, and you can take it out in the car and run with it in eco mode from there on out. Protections are built into this. That's another important thing to think about, because a lot of the other portable fridges on the market really don't care how much current they drain out of your car, out of your portable battery station. They're just going to keep drinking electrons to keep things inside nice and cool. The challenge there is if you plug it in and you go on a long hike and you come back later, you may have a dead battery. Your soda's going to be cool, but the car's going to be dead. This unit has all kinds of protections built in that's looking at that voltage and current of your car battery, saying, hold on a second, if I keep drawing current out of that, she's not going to be able to start their car, so let's stop drawing current. I'd rather have warm soda than a dead car. So that's built into the unit. Accessories are another thing. A lot of the portable fridges and freezers on the market maybe give you the cord to plug it in your car. And by the way, this is a really nice, long, heavy-duty cord. It's going to last you a long time. It gives you plenty of length to put this in the back seat or even in the back of your car. They may include that, but they're probably not going to include the adapter for your home. And what this adapter does is basically take the 120 volts at 60 hertz on a wall outlet and convert it to 12 volts DC, which is exactly the same power that's in your car. Well, these guys include all that. So you're going to get everything you need right out of the box to start using the product the day you buy it. Another big difference is that a lot of the units on the market are either a fridge or a freezer. You can't do both. So if you want to keep soda cold, buy a fridge. You want to keep ice cream cold or ice cold or hot dogs and hamburgers frozen, you got to buy a freezer. So now you got to carry two units. This unit is both. So you can turn it into a fridge when you're just heading out for an afternoon and want to reach back and get a nice cold soda or bottle of water. Or if you're going on a camping trip and you're bringing along cold cuts or meat or whatever you're bringing along and you want to freeze it, ice cream, you want to freeze it, put it in freezer mode and drop it down there to 0 degrees. It's going to keep things frozen. So it's a very versatile unit. It's incredibly portable. Again, about 19 pounds, 55 watts of current being drawn out of the side. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit. And the thing that I love the best about it is it's quiet. A lot of them I've tested are noisy. It's like you've got a jackhammer outside your tent going all night. And yeah, I don't like that. I'm out there to enjoy the outdoors. With this one, it's whisper quiet, so it's going to really work well for you. So anyway, I hope you found this review helpful. I've got a link below if you want to check this out on Amazon. Go over there, check out the specifications. They also make a larger unit. This is a 13 quart. They make a 21 quart as well. But I think it's a great unit. I've used it for a couple of weeks and it's not leaving my car. It's really, it's ready to go. I just bring some sodas and waters out with me, throw them in the back when I'm flying my drones, and there's nothing better than coming back from a hot truck in the woods or out in a hike or flying my drone for a while, sweating and tired, to reach inside and get a nice cold bottle of water to sort of things out for you. So anyway, thanks an awful lot for watching, and until next time, stay nerdy.